Welcome yogis, Carly Pearl here. Today's practice is a restorative class, and if you've never taken a restorative class before, it's similar to a yin practice in that we hold the poses for longer periods of time, but it's different with the concept behind it. So restorative is all about being supported and held by props, or props are very helpful to be supported and held in these shapes, so that it's less about stretching and more about surrendering into a conscious relaxation. So for practice, you will need some props. Grab a blanket, a bolster, and if you don't have a bolster, you can use 1 to 2 pillows depending on their thickness, and lastly, a couple blocks. So for practice, if you like, you might want to play some soothing tunes in the background that can be a nice complement to this inward journey. If not, silence can be just as restful and soothing. So we're going to get started in a little centering practice, seated upright, but let's set up our props for the first pose so we can very gently get into the first shape. So first thing to set up are the blocks towards the back of the mat. The first block that's farthest away from you will go at the highest height. The second block that's closer to you will go at the lowest height, so you're creating a little L shape. And then grab your bolster or pillow and have the bolster or pillow lie across the blocks, and make sure that the base of your prop is touching the mat, and that is where you're going to lay your torso on. And your blanket we're going to use as a little blanket noodle. So open it up so it's a little longer and roll it up so it's, as I said, a little blanket noodle. And you'll just have that ready towards the top of the mat. And once you get set up, I'll meet you in Sukhasana, easy seat, crossing at the shins, hands rest atop the lap, and eyes gently close. Sit up nice and tall. Imagine there is a string attached to the crown of your head, and it's gently pulling your spine upward. Shoulder blades soften down the back. Slightly tuck the chin to elongate the cervical spine. Let's start with 3 clearing out breaths. Inhale slowly as you fill up. Expand the ribs. Lift the heart. Open the mouth and audibly exhale. Again, inhale slowly, lips are sealed. Fill up, fill up. Hold once you're full for just a moment. Exhale it out through the mouth. Cleanse the mind and heart of any worries, stressors, or to-do lists. One more rich breath in through the nose. Audible exhale through the mouth. Beautiful, then seal the lips and begin to breathe in and out through the nose, finding a smooth, steady, sustainable breath pattern. The breath is so powerful. It not only calms the psyche and helps us to be more fully present, but deep breaths and rib cage expansion stimulates the central nervous system, turning on the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for resting, digesting, and regenerating. And unfortunately, in our high stress and fast-paced culture, the parasympathetic nervous system is used secondary to the fight or flight response. So may you allow your breath to be used as a tool, guiding you deeper and deeper into a conscious relaxation. Slowing everything down. Gently open your eyes and let's make our way into our first pose, reclined bound angle. So you'll turn, if you aren't already, facing the top of the mat, and you'll sit with your tailbone right against the bottom of your prop. Grab your blanket noodle, bring the soles of the feet together, knees open wide, and you're going to wrap your noodle around your shins or ankles so that your inner thighs and adductor muscles have a little bit of support and you're not completely splaying open. And then with the low back resting on the bolster or pillow, recline back and kind of wiggle around, fidget as you need to find a comfortable space. Arms open beside you, palms turn up, and eyes close. This is an introspective practice. May you tune out the external distractions and tune in to your rich inner landscape. Feel the shoulder heads gently rolling away from the chest. Collarbones spreading open. Notice the skin on the face. Can you soften around the eyes, around the jaw, and inside of the throat? Now is the perfect time to turn on the rest and digest response. Extended periods in this conscious relaxation is when our body heals. Cortisol levels drop, clarity increases, stress levels decrease. We foster better lung and digestive function, as well as heart health. So sink the weight of your body into the support of your props and the earth beneath you. You are safe, you are held, you are supported. Remain still in your body and welcome in a few deeper breaths, awakening your prana or life force energy within. Notice the sensation within the palms. Very gently turn the palms down to touch the earth. Slide them in towards the body. It's very important that we transition slowly between each shape. So please take your time as you press into the hands and slowly lift yourself off of your bolster ramp. And you'll come to sit up tall. Grab your blanket, please. Unroll it and fold it up just to have it ready for some future shapes. And our next shape is going to be a twist. So we'll only need one block behind us, so you can set the other block towards the top of the mat and have the one block be a little bit further away from you and on the lowest level. Your bolster will lie across that block, so it's still a bolster ramp, just not quite as high. And we're going to take a twist here. So you'll parallel the right thigh or femur bone to the bottom of your bolster, and the left knee will fold in to touch the sole of the right foot. Sit up tall on the inhale, lifting the chest. Exhale, twist to the right, bringing your left hand to your outer right knee. Then gently walk the hands on either side of your little ramp and fold your belly and chest to your bolster ramp or pillow ramp, setting the right cheek down, and you'll open the arms beside you, lowering the forearms with the palms turned down. Let the belly soften on the support of the bolster. Eyes close if you had opened them. And the awareness goes back to the breath. The mind has a natural tendency to wander. So if it does, if there are internal or external distractions, gently redirect your focus back to the sensations of your breath and what's happening in your body. The discipline of detaching from these distractions in yoga is called pratyahara, which means withdrawal of energy from the senses. Try not to allow those distractions to disturb your inner peace. Please remain where you are for 5 more breaths. Make them a little bit deeper and fuller. Feeling the 3-dimensional quality to your breath as you expand your rib cage with each inhalation. And feel the ribs moving in towards the midline with each exhalation. Stretch the fingers wide and feel into the hands. Begin to walk them back towards your hips. Press into the palms. Slowly lift yourself off of your bolster ramp. Turn to face center. And before going into second side, let's just get a little release through the hips. So the hands come behind you. Feet plant in front of you, outer hips width distance. Flex the ankles and windshield wiper the knees right to left, just to release any built up pressure in the hips. And then point the knees straight up and turn to the left, coming into the second side. So you'll parallel your left thigh to the bottom of your bolster or pillow. Sit up tall. And make sure the sole of the left foot is close to the right thigh or knee. Gently twist to the left. Right hand comes to the outer left knee. Take an inhale, growing a little bit taller through the spine. And as you exhale, gently fold onto your support. Goalpost the arms out beside you and set your left cheek down. Close the eyes once more if they were open. Let the body be completely heavy, so you're not using any muscular engagement. Please take 5 more slow, rich breaths. Notice where the breath enters the body, where it moves inside of the body, and how it exits your body. Become fully immersed with each breath you take. Bring the awareness into the hands once more. Feel the earth beneath them. Slide them back closer towards your body. Press into the palms and gently lift yourself off of your ramp. And again, let's take that little hip release. So as you face forward, plant the feet, walk the hands back, flex the ankles, and windshield wiper the knees. Knees point straight up. Our next setup is going to be for a prone or belly down back bend. So you will use 2 blocks for this one, set up towards the top of the mat, and you want them about shoulder distance, so you can separate them once you go down to readjust as needed. And they might go at the medium height, that might be too intense, so start somewhere and you can readjust as needed. The bolster or the pillow will go just in front of the blocks, and this will be support for the head. So depending on how thick your bolster or pillow is, you may want a blanket on top of it. We're looking for the head to be in alignment with the spine. So again, play around with it. You'll come to the hands and knees. You'll lower the thighs and belly down. And we want the shoulder heads to rest on top of the blocks. So we're getting external rotation into the upper arm bones and the palms turn up. Then the head rests on the bolster, maybe the blanket as well. But again, notice if the head is elevated above the spine, then you might need to bring it down a notch and remove a prop. So again, palms are up, heels flop open, feet are about hips width distance. And feel the gentle opening across the top of the chest as the shoulders roll away from the breastbone. If you spend long periods of time sitting at a desk, on your computer, there's a tendency to hunch forward and internally rotate the upper arms. So this is a great way to counteract that hunched posture, very gently opening up the front body and finding more space through the upper back. This practice is a graceful restoration, guiding you back to your true self or your true nature. So if memories, to-do lists, stories, or any distractions resurface within the mind, think of peeling back the layers of self one at a time, just like an onion. Relax the senses, relax the personality, relax the intellect and the emotions, relax the ego, and allow them all to dissipate and what remains is your true self. In Hinduism, your true self is called your Atman. You are not your thoughts. You are not your body. You are not even your identity. You are pure, conscious, loving awareness. Eternal, ever stable, and permanent. May you rest in this state of oneness. Last 5 breaths here. Again, making them a little bit deeper. As you deepen your breath, notice the flow of energy within your prana. In this conscious relaxation, the flow of prana becomes more evident because we are more tuned into our internal rhythms. Wiggle the fingers. Begin to plant the palms outside of the blocks. Press into the palms as you lift yourself up to all fours. Walk the knees forward. Take a seat as we set up our final shape. The blocks will come to the highest height at the top of your mat, and your bolster or pillow will lie across them. So bring your blocks in about hips width distance. Our shins are going to come up here. We're going to recline in this pose, so it might be nice to roll up your blanket about halfway and bring it under the neck. If it's chilly right now, you may just want to open it up and lay the blanket on your body. So your choice. I'm warm right now, so I think a little neck roll is going to be nice and supportive. So you'll come down onto the back, lie your shins on top of your bolster or pillow, and come down slowly. Adjust yourself as needed so you feel completely comfy and at ease. Arms rest wherever they're most comfortable. They might be resting on your body, feeling the connection, or you might open them beside you, turning the palms up. Elevating the legs helps to alleviate pressure in the low back. Feel the skull heavy against the ground. Let the eyeballs roll back into their sockets. And soften the space between the eyebrows, the third eye, Anya Chakra, the seat of intuition and higher knowing. Feel the backs of the arms and their connection to the ground. Feel a sense of heaviness from the shoulders, down the arm bones, to the hands and each fingertip. Notice which knuckles are touching the ground and which are lifted. Feel the pelvis heavy against your mat. And legs are floating as if you were in space. Please welcome in a slow breath in through the nostrils. Fill the lungs, Breathe into the belly. Open the mouth and exhale. Notice the shift within your body, head, and heart from the start of practice to now. Can you feel the flow of prana within? Brush your thumbs across each fingertip. Wiggle the toes. And gently bring the knees into the chest and roll off to one side in fetal pose. This posture is symbolic of rebirth and renewal. So always remember you have the opportunity to hit the reset button, to slow down, and to come back to what really matters in life. Remember the importance of taking care of you so that you may show up as the best version of yourself for your loved ones, community, co-workers, and for the world, the universe. So slowly and gently, please lift yourself up to a seat. Closing practice where we began in Sukhasana, easy seat. Sit up tall and unite the palms at heart center, creating a gesture of gratitude for this therapeutic practice of yoga. Bow your head gently towards your palms. Take a moment to thank your body and how it serves you every day. Thank yourself for carving the time to slow down and take care of your nervous system. I believe that our culture undervalues the importance of slowing down. So thank yourself once more for taking care of you. You can't deny this feeling of peace and balance within. May we honor one another for sharing in this practice of yoga, always remembering our connectivity and that together we are one. Lift chin, bring thumbs to third eye, tilt the head back. Take in one more deep breath of gratitude and unconditional love. And bow forward to seal in this practice together. Namaste. Thanks for joining me, yogis. I hope you feel nice and relaxed. Take it slow the rest of the day. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and don't forget to hit the subscribe button so that you see my new videos when they come out. Keep taking care of you, and until the next time, be well.